Evening, folks. Welcome back to the channel. And pardon any sync issues. It's gonna fight with me. Okay. This is what I feel like doing live. Thank you very much. While I fight with this, today's May 17 of 2025. I guess the time really doesn't matter, but it's 7 p.m. Eastern time for myself. And then, of course, I'm just live on YouTube, but I've got my chat room open on Twitch. Because if you have a screen name, you have a chat room. Cool. All right, great. So, what's up to Arden and Wally and One to Go To over on YouTube, and then what's up to One to Go To over on Twitch? I said, yeah, we're here too. Glad I made it here too. Yeah, gotta go where the people are. Oh man, I don't know what it is. It's not like it's like terribly warm. I don't know because I don't check the weather anymore. I established that, but like it's 78, 79 Fahrenheit maybe, and then like I'm wearing my thinnest shirt and suddenly flop sweat. So I don't know what that is. Um, it's okay. It's fine. So if I look a little bit moist, I don't know what that's about. I'm not really nervous about anything. Oh, Arden said you're good as far as I can tell. All right, good. Yeah. Uh, since I'm up at 500 milligrams of caffeine a day, and then my knee really isn't up for it, so I've been having like coffee every other day because that's how I get in my pearl powder for my vision. And then don't do this, but I had to go and buy some monster wait. Yeah, the white monsters just to do the show. It has sucralose in it. Do not buy the stuff. It's bad for you, but I'm just doing it because I need to perform. And that's the only thing that, because while I am drinking coffee, coffee only gives you so much of a kick. Like tea, soda, it only gives you so much of a boost that you get more from a pill. But I don't want to take 200 milligrams more and be jittery. So it was the oh, maybe around 4 I started. I cracked that open, been sipping on that just to not feel drowsy while I was getting ready, because there it was like 3, 4, 5 o'clock. I was still sleepy. Awesome. Wally World said just got another delivery of Frank's coffee. Ha, now we can't drink nothing. No. How is it? Like, does it taste like any other like regular coffee on the market, or does it just have its own sort of frankly flavor to it? Because from what I understand, the quite frankly coffee, it's a light roast. So a light roast has more caffeine in it than a dark roast will have. But then now I'm the type where like I buy Maxwell House, but then I just throw keto brains in it, which gives it that little tiny bit of coconutty flavor to it, so I can't even taste the coffee anymore. Jenna, glad you made it. What's up? I'm sitting here like I don't have anything to talk about. Oh, and said it's very good coffee. Nikki, light roast. Yeah, that's what I get, light roast. Like if they had an espresso blend, I would go for that because it's more caffeine. And you don't need as much. You just, unless you want the shakes, sip it because you don't want the shakes. That hurts. Oh, well, I said, yeah, it's our go-to coffee now. Excellent. Jenna said, I drink a few cups of coffee a year. Yeah, I went from zero coffee, would not touch the stuff, and then I had some sitting around that I only drank on my days off. So like 2 days a week, maybe 1 day a week when I was working before. Literally, I am only back onto drinking coffee because of Dark Shadows. It's the first so many 100, 200, whatever episodes. Like there's a diner, like a little cafe, and like coffee and donuts. So like they're still drinking it. I still had some, and it just that happens with me. If there's like a specific drink that's associated with a thing, I want that drink. I want the pink fuck from Ash versus the Evil Dead. It has ketamine in it. I just want the ketamine, really. I started drinking rum when I watched Pirates of the Caribbean. I switched to mojitos because of Sam Axe, Bruce Campbell from Burn Notice. So if there's like a beverage associated with the thing, I do want to try it. So that's sort of why I'm on the coffee thing. And donuts. I know they're bad for me. Well, I said I drink a few cups a day. That's not so bad. I was up to two, but again, who's gonna make it for me? So I'm now down to about one every other day. Jenna, diner coffees are good for some reason. It really is. I never had better coffee than at. Actually, it was a place here in town. The pizza place, Chet and Matt's. I was with a buddy. He got coffee, and I took a sip of that. Best coffee I've ever had. But going back 10 or 15 years, Denny's, great coffee. IHOP, no. I've had some of the worst coffee ever at an IHOP. Arden, yes, love Burn Notice. It's maybe the last TV show I watched. Okay, yeah, that's oh goodness. It was still on the air in 2012. I want to say it started 2006, 2007, ran for about 6 or 7 seasons. After season 5, they did a standalone film called The Fall of Sam Axe. So it's just Bruce Campbell got his own standalone movie as that character. You do want to watch that. Like, you don't have to enjoy the whole series, but if you like Bruce Campbell and you do want to watch that. Like he slimmed down for it because he had to be younger in it, all that kind of a thing. Love that entire series. I used to have the whole box set. Can't say enough good things about Bird Notice. That would be fun to say way down the line to review with you guys because it has. I'm so jealous of this woman. I'm so jealous of this woman. Oh my god, I want to meet her so bad. I'm so jealous of her. Like I like her anyway, but it's just the people that she's worked with. Like oh my god, I would die because she has Sharon Glass. She's forgive me, forget the name of the character that she plays on Burn Notice because I'm getting excited. But she has worked with Bruce Campbell. And then, if you know the show Cagney and Lacey, she was on that show as well. With Tyne Daly was her partner, and then Tyne Daly's husband was played by John Carlin. So Sharon Glass has literally worked with two of my all-time favorite male actors. I want to jump out of my skin right now thinking about it. Plus, she's a Gemini. I can't stand it. I love her so much. She's so cute. I'm so jealous of her at the same time. Like, oh my god, you work with everybody. She seems like a nice lady. Uh, Wally said our Bruce Campbell and I went to rival high schools. That's intense. Do you still like it? Do you have like you wouldn't have like another school's high school yearbook? Like do you still have that? Michael, what's up? He said I found my friends. I know that's right. We're friends. We're all Franklies. One to go to every time I see Bruce Campbell. I remember his a-hole role in Hitch. I have not seen Hitch. Bruce Campbell does get like a lot of like he'll be like in a tiny role in big movies. If Sam Raimi does a film, Bruce Campbell gets a cameo. Yeah, 500 milligrams of caffeine. I noticed my last two shows, especially my last show, it happened more than once. Like, for some reason, the frame rate drops down, like, super low. I don't know what that is. It's got nothing to do with, like, plugging anything in or bumping anything. It just must be my Wi-Fi gets, like, thin for some reason. So, like, I'll try to watch myself more. But, like, it doesn't last for a long time. It's not even 10 or 20 seconds. But I noticed it happening. So, like, I'm not doing that to you on purpose. I'm sorry. It hurts my eyes too. I'll look out for that. Oh, sweet Jenna, finishing up my dinner and listening right now. Epic. Dinner is awesome. Rarely, once in a while, I will, and very rarely, like not even once a month, will I eat 3 meals in a day. It feels amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna stop referring to quite frankly .tv for the schedule because all last week it said like four out of 5 shows started at 7:30, and then every single show started at 7. So I'm just not gonna look anymore because whoever updates that website just puts whatever the fuck they want on there, and then they just leave it go. So I just whatever. So I'm gonna take my information the way I should, straight from Frank's mouth. So I just no more of that. I'll double check it, but it's not gospel, even though it's quite frankly .tv and it should know more than I do. It doesn't. Oh, one to go to. He said, oops, wrong actor. I meant to say Jeffrey Donovan in Hitch. Jeffrey Donovan is so good, so underrated. I don't know why he doesn't get more. Maybe he does behind the scenes stuff. What's up, Dill? Glad you made it. Jeffrey Donovan is he was in a movie. I forget the name, but he was playing RFK, and so like he was doing the accent, like sounded just like the man, even if you think they don't look alike. Sounded just like him. The dude knows Russian in real life, so when he's doing those other languages on Burn Notice, it's not like he studied real hard the week before. Like he already knew that, so like that's why he's so good at it. Very good actor. And also for the ladies, at least twice on Burn Notice, especially one time, there's just a great shot of the man. Well, let's just say from the belt down, he's got something you want to notice. I'll just put it like that. It might be in season 1 or season 2, but he's got it going on down there's a lot to shoot around. Not complaining. Somebody wanted me to look up some drug from last time, and I did, and I looked it up, and all this drug seems to do is just make everything worse. Like if you're going through withdrawal symptoms, it makes it worse. It makes you not get any joy from doing, like, say if you are a junkie, it makes it so like you don't get any pleasure from it. Like it blocks the pleasure receptors. I don't know if they suggested that to me as a joke, but it just literally makes everything worse. It's crazy. Uh, Want to go to a package of socks. I may have misspoken. Did I say something that sounded like that? You'll have to remind me. I cannot remember back that far. I wish what I said popped up on the screen, like I was in the chat room, so I could remember what I said. But until we get to that point in time, I also want this. This does not exist, but I want something like this, something that like a filter that's just always on, so you can say like if there's like say like a tone in a song that you don't like, or maybe someone featured in a song you don't like, it would just like take out their singing or take that tone out of the song. Or say if you were watching, like quite frankly, and he had like maybe a guest on that you didn't like, it would just mute everything that they said, but you could still hear the background noise and still hear Frank. I know that doesn't exist, but I want many things that don't exist or don't exist yet. That's one of them. I want to go to do tongue like a horse. Oh my god. Or just yeah, an impressive package of some kind. And they had another actor on that show, like specifically. He's just in, I want to say, one episode. The actor is Garrett Dillahunt. You know him from Deadwood, and you know him from, I'm sorry if you watched this, but Fear the Walking Dead. He's my favorite character on that show. There's an episode with that actor specifically, and it's like the wind is blowing at him and the other actor he's walking with, and he's on a beach and he's wearing white. Yeah. I don't know what's happening in that episode because all I'm doing is watching that man just walk towards the camera. Like, why can't he wear white in every scene? Now I gotta go back and watch Deadwood and just think it. I like that guy anyway. It just turns out he's hung too. Dill, yeah, yeah, that was you. That Naltrezone. It low dose, but I don't understand how low dose would help because it's like it will cause withdrawal symptoms in people who are no longer taking opioids for a period of time. I've never been on opioids. I can't afford to find them. It is not an opioid. It works by blocking the effects of opioids, especially the euphoric and rewarding feeling that makes you want to use them. So that would make me feel worse. I'm already sewer slidal. I don't need to take a pill that's gonna make me that's a down. The only downer I want to take is Xanax because that's not gonna make me feel worse. That's just gonna chill me out. Yeah, Art. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I was referring to below the waist attractiveness. I might have to look into that more, Dill, because just for maybe it's just the one website I looked at, but it's like, wow, does absolutely nothing. This was just this is just loading the gun for me. So I don't know. But yeah, I'd rather have the stomach aches because while it has been over 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks now since I've had an issue with my stomach, now I get migraines. I'm prone to headaches, so my whole life is sort of built around like avoiding sounds, smells, foods, drug interactions, drinks, the things that would cause a headache. And I've had two migraines in 1 week. So I would rather have the stomach issues because I can still think when my stomach's upset, but I cannot do anything if my head hurts. All I am is a brain. So if I can't think, then I'm nothing. So that's unacceptable. So that I just it's getting worse. Everything's getting worse, and that's not even all of it. Hmm. I'm just trying to think how that like low dose would make it like be okay, but like a high dose, okay, I understand that's bad and that's no fun, but I don't know, like a low dose is fun. That's kind of how Percocet is. You don't want to be taking like you don't want to be taking a whole 30 because you'll already be seeing stars by half of that. That is way too much. Oh, yeah, fuck the YouTube app because I posted about this maybe last week. It adds fucking shorts now, so if you want to get to a video, you got to go over and then down, so it's wasting even more time. I've got to see that at everybody's channel. Gray still plays, quite frankly, everybody. And then 2 days ago, they changed the font everywhere. So it's a little bit thicker. Yes, it is slightly easier to read, but they also made it slightly taller. So that means you have to scroll more to see what the fuck you want to see. Fuck you for both of those changes, YouTube. Life's not bad enough. What was that? I do have the phone line on 419-359-8869. I've got a poll going as well. I don't think about these things. I just I sort of think of the channel as myself and just keep adding things on and on and on, not thinking about other people are involved. But then I stop. I'm like, wait, hold on. If I'm talking about Dark Shadows and we're also watching one movie a month, and then like there's also people who are in, quite frankly's movie club and possibly reading books. I understand that's a lot to do to keep up with two channels, so that's why I've got a poll in the description, but I can pop it in the chat room as well. Just asking if while I'm talking about Dark Shadows for as long as it takes, I don't know if you guys want to hear me talk about that and also be watching one movie a month because it's like while over 1,000 episodes of a TV show does sound like a lot, again, if you're not sitting there like writing notes for them, they fly by so fast. So like you won't notice it, but it does sound like a lot. I get it. I get it. So with that in mind, I just started a poll and I'll just leave that up for a week to see what you guys think. I mean, we can do like just one more movie and then like leave it go for a while and then just like see how things flow with adding the Dark Shadow stuff in. But I don't want to overwhelm people and then have folks not be interested in anything at all when I'm sort of like, yes, I am here for Quite Frankly, but I'm here because of Dark Shadows as well, and that has to come out. If it doesn't happen this year, it's never going to happen at all. So it does have to start. Just to see, just to gauge what people think. If you do want to watch movies still, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. It's not like we're not going to have things to do. I just don't want to overwhelm people with so much stuff to be watching. Maybe you're not the type to like sit and watch movies and TV shows. You might be outdoorsy people. I have to consider that. I realize there are people with lives. So if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. I have that. Never mind that third option there. It's just that I didn't want to make a video asking the question. And if I chose one or the other, I don't want YouTube choosing for you. So that never mind that third option. That's just for me because YouTube can't count. So it's just yes, I can handle it, or no, it's too much. I won't be offended either way. It's not like we won't still be hanging out. I realize it can be a lot, and that was the first time I realized that. So it's like sorry. I don't want to overwhelm people. Um, but I mean, like Dark Shadow, like it's gonna be like if we're gonna choose one over the other, it's gonna be Dark Shadows. I'm sitting here looking at. I've got 3 notebooks full, and this is not even all of it. So like I've seen all of it, I just have not taken notes for all of it. Some of them are on my phone. Plus I've got 2 of the movies in there. So yeah, it's a lot. Dennis, maybe just recommend movies each month. Yeah, could be like, hey, check these out. It's like check out these 4 movies and guess which one I'm gonna review. That'd be odd. Jenna Dark Shadows won't interest me, so I might not tune in. That's okay. I don't know, man. You might like it. There's some pretty hot guys on there. At one point, I wish I could tell fabrics just by looking at them because at one point there's this one actor and like what fabric are these pants made out of because they seem just slightly thin. Thank you. Thank you. Whoever picked out that fabric. I'm assuming it's a lady. She's my new best friend. You gave me so much to look at, ma'am. Lone Yukon. Next film, Debbie Does Dallas. All right, let me write that down. We'll see if they've got it available on this somewhere for free. Debbie Does Dallas. Have not seen, but I'm down for watching something I haven't seen before. Wally World, I'm listening to about 2 episodes a day. And then Arden's watching about 2 Dark Shadows episodes a day. Yeah, that's not bad though. Like that's not even an hour out of your day because they go by so fast. If like an hour-long show, if you buy it on DVD or something like that, it's only like 42 minutes because commercials. So a half an hour soap opera, it's really only 21, 22 minutes long. And they do just fly by. Hello, Newcon. What's up? Art and Dark Shadows has fabulous fashion, hair, makeup, also great interior decoration. They really do. If you want to take the time, like stop and look at the furniture because you're going to see the same sets over and over again. They rarely swap stuff out. Sometimes they reuse things. Like wait, how did that statue get from there to there? Who picked that up and moved it? Like stuff like that. There's also a particular blanket I've been keeping track of. Like, where is this? How did it get to that house? How did it get to that building? How did it get back there? Why is it like stuff like that? Like, I'm noticing little stuff because, again, this is stuff you would not, unless you really honed in on detail, you would not really be noticing that kind of stuff as it flies by, just once in the 60s. Lone Yukon, I don't think YouTube will let you watch that. Yeah, like it might not, like, it's not like it's going to be available on YouTube. It would be something that we watch, like for free and then just talk about it here. Art, if you like the 60s vibes, yes, it is very, because it starts in 1966, so very 60s vibes. Not too like wild and colorful, but like the makeup's there, the hair's there, and then it ends in the early 70s. So as it goes on, the style changes slightly, gets more 70s. Some of the guys' hair gets longer for better or worse. So it evolves. It's not like the characters who started in the first year look the same the last year, like that. They wanted to keep it fresh. All right, yeah, the clothes are amazing. Oh my god, yes. So interesting. Then again, at one point, everybody suddenly wearing gray. Everybody gets a new gray outfit, and I was totally everybody. I'm like, it's like the third time I've had to write down because this color. What the hell? So last Sunday, I guess, was Mother's Day, and then it was literally 19 minutes before, and then Frank dropped in his. It was like on Discord, maybe he tweeted that he was going to be going live. Michael said, I found my friends. Nikki is wish you knew what it took for me to be here today. Yeah. Oh, if you only. I'll get into the. I try to save the depressing stuff for the very end of the episode. Try to let me get through the rest of the week first. Actually, it's bad right away. Well, not Sunday really. It's just like Frank said he announced he was going live, but I was already in the middle of something that I could not stop. So I hope they had fun. He wasn't really live for too long either. I don't even know if it was a half an hour. Dragon Sage, what's up? From rainy Quebec City, Canada. Dragon Sage, are you on Twitter? Just because the other day Keto Brains tweeted some funny tweet about archery, and I was gonna tag you in it, and then nothing came up, and I'm like, wait, is he even on? Son of a kick. But it was about our like just go to like Keto Brains Nootropics over on Twitter. It was just sometime in the last couple days. It's really cute. Like Dragon Sage would like this. He's not on Twitter. Michael, oh, I'm sorry. Shit has been odd. Yeah, it has been a little bit odd. Dragon Sage, no, I'm not on Twitter. Okay, that's okay. That's all right. Yeah, so I don't know what Frank did for Mother's Day, but he did his Sunday stream that's usually for just like the Patreons and people that support his channel monetarily. He just made it public. That's what that was. Dragon Sage, I'm barely on YouTube. LOL. Yeah, you don't have time, man. He's too busy making bows. So if that was fun, I hope you guys had fun there. Again, I was just busy doing other stuff. But Monday, Frank, the coffee stream at 11 a.m. Frank was talking about how his lawyer for the quite frankly, I guess the copyright issue. Pardon me. You can't see that, but I can. He said that the name of the lawyer is, I guess it's a fella on Twitter named Ron Coleman. Haven't had a chance to look him up. Frank was saying some other stuff. And then this was, you could not see this, you could only hear this, but he was outside and he must have had a glass cup with a metal spoon, and all he did was tap that fucking metal spoon on that glass cup for honest to the gods minutes on end, at least two. If I had to swear on a stack, I'd say a minute and a half, and that's just one tap too many. Whatever's in your cup is already fucking stirred. Why are you so fidgety? Like, I'm fidgety and nervous for reasons. What's Frank fidgeting for? But there he was, just tapping on that fucking glass. So I had to run out of there. I had to leave. He would not stop. And that's when my headache started. Again, I couldn't tell you the last time I had a migraine. Not last year, not the year before. And you'd think I would with the shit that's been going down, but it doesn't even happen once a year. But there it was, 11 a.m. The entire day, completely fucked. I've only got like an episode and a half left to watch of the disc that I'm on, and then I can do a 3-disc recap. Wasn't happening on fucking Monday because I had a headache. And I hate to take anything at all for a headache. And the day was going on. Can't have keto brains because it has that stuff that I can't have. Coconut, it might have made my headache worse, so I couldn't have that to focus. But then it's almost 7 p.m. I cannot not go to a show no matter how bad I feel. What's up, Dandy? How's it going? I don't want to make people nervous. I'll just feel worse for not seeing my friends. It just, there's no third option. Just to not go is not an option. I would have to literally be dead to not show up to a show. So I was going to go no matter what. But my headache was not going anywhere. You can only smoke so much weed. So I had to break down and take Tylenol. Which is fine. Like, I've taken, thousands of pills of it before, but that's why I don't like to take it all the time now. I rarely touch this stuff. Not even once a year. But it was 5:30, so it's like, well, in for a dime, in for a dollar. So I snapped 2 of them and half swallowed them. And then at 6:30, I had 2 more. So that somehow, by some miracle, I could just show up to the show just fine. Headache was going away like it was never there. After suffering all day, just thinking about how I got no work done and just all that stuff, and it was Monday, and just like, okay, here we go. Is it going to be more tapping sounds from this morning? Is like, do I have to go off? I don't know. But I showed up. Arden says, I have the very occasional migraine, and Jenna started at perimenopause. Is that like before? I guess I guess I'm too young for that if I don't know what that is. I had to keep the room dark too. Yeah, Arden said I thought migraine, just go in a dark room because I keep the room dark anyway. I just kept it everything sort of like darker and didn't turn my light on. I was just listening. Something happened that day that this never happens because usually, like, YouTube's playing a lot more commercials, but for some reason, it let me play one of the Gray Still Plays compilation videos where he's playing Grand Theft Auto, and those are like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. It did not play one commercial for me. Like, thank the gods, I did not have to touch that remote one time, and it kept it near me. It has not been like that. That does not happen. Those videos are monetized. I don't know, and I don't pay for YouTube. You don't pay for free apps, so I don't know how that happened. It just thank the gods for it. Uh, Michael said, Nikki, do you use concentrates or flour? I don't have a green thumb. I can't bake, and I can't concentrate because of the delete yourself depression. That's why it takes so much stuff to get myself to focus. So, no, my concentration's going away. Jenna said that I might be. I gotta write that down and look that up. Peri, not like Perry the platypus. Peri, like periscope. Perimenopause. M M E N. Oh, it's literally spelled AUSE. Okay. Dragon says, I'm in manopause. Michael said to Dragon Sage, stop trying to feel young. Dragon Sage, I have 0 fucks left. Yeah, it's okay if you have to issue a recall on the fucks that you've given out over the years. Dragon Sage, I feel like I'm 18 except for my mid 50s body aches. I feel my age, and tomorrow I'm going to be 260 years old. I feel every second of it. Michael Reefer, so for weed, you smoke flower. Oh, yeah, yeah, I do smoke out on the balcony. Yeah, yeah, I do that. Not like all the time. I think I'm smoking less because sometimes I do like just my nerves just start getting bad, so I will like want to smoke before noon, which is not a healthy thing to just. That's not a healthy habit to get into. I like to let my lungs wake up a little bit first. But since my stomach hasn't been so bad, I don't think I have to smoke as much. Then it gets into the whole like just the thought of moving tires me out. So it's like I'd rather lie here sober than have to get up and pick up my pipe and my lighter and have to flick it like right there. I'm done. Like I don't even want to move that much. That's what depression does to you. So like I don't even think I'm smoking as much. Genocide can start in your 40s. Yeah, I've already hit my 40s. Arden said it just means woman getting older. LOL. Yeah, I am 30 or 40 years old and I do not need this. Dragon Sage, I'm still at working all the 20, 30, and 40-year-olds. I'd get older folks. Like I don't mean like old, like I'm not calling you old, but like folks of a certain age are better workers than young kids who like should have the energy for it. Wally World, is weed legal where you are? I've heard it is. But I will not buy it in a store. So of course Monday having a bad day. When it rains, it pours. So I go to Quite Frankly, and of course I always show up early. Was not even 7 p.m. yet. Here comes the downpour. Whatever. Krista was asking me about the meetup because Frank had just announced on Friday that there's a meetup going on in Westchester, New York, at Garcia's, September 6th. It's a Saturday. Tickets are not on sale for the rest of us yet. Going off of memory. Wow. Dandy said it is, Nikki. Yeah, like I've heard weed is legal in Ohio, but like, is it legal? That question I really don't ever ask about anything. But yeah, I've heard it's legal here, but um, yeah. King 40, what's up? Actually, King 40, I'm glad you made it. I wanted to mention something to you, just you specifically. Go into the balcony playlist and make sure you only have 5 songs in there so I don't have to shut it off for everybody. Don't be that guy. I'm going through enough. Clean it like between now and a week from now. Clean it up. Jenna said, I heard the dope stores are making weed so that it makes people tired. I mean, it will kind of make you like sleepy, but like it's not like Xanax. It's not like heroin. It's not like like you're taking a fistful of Tylenol PM. It's more like a. I mean, of course, it depends on like what time of day you have it, and like like what other chemicals you've put in your body and all that. Like, yeah, if you do a lot of Xanax and smoke weed, yeah, you're taking a nap, but don't do drugs. Dosing, starting the low dose naltrexone, nal naltrexone. There we go. I can exercise again. What? Up to 60 plus squats a day, and you garden? Oh, dude, I'm getting exhausted just reading that, and there's still more sentence. uh, haul bags of dirt, walk the dog a mile. Oh, I think I just lost a pound from the exercise that you get. King 40. I know you didn't do it on purpose, but just make sure there's just five. I mean, you can swap out whatever five, but just make sure it's just five in there. If you would be so kind. Walk a dog a mile a day and I'm over 60. Wow. Yeah, I walked a distance sometime 2 weeks ago and got winded, but I know I'm out of shape. Wow, and my knee didn't hurt when I did that. What? Anyway, Krista was made a mod on Monday. Like, she didn't say anything. I noticed it because it's like your name goes from gray and then suddenly it's blue. And I'm thinking, like, wow, she wasn't a mod before. Okay, but like that, they made her a mod then. But she was asking me about the meetup. And again, like, I had a migraine, so I really cannot. And again, I am just a brain, so I had no brain. It was just coming back to me within the last few minutes. So like whatever was coming out of me was just bare bones, no filter. I don't have a way to like pretty up my speech. This is just what's coming out. Good, I'm totally out of shape. Same. And then she asked if I was coming out in September, and I said I can't come out. I'm not gay. But seriously, I was like, well, I think all the tickets are going to be, sold, bought up before they go on sale for everybody else. And then she mentioned something about me being there, something along those lines. And I just said it fucking kills me that I don't get to, meet Franklies. And I couldn't take it. So I just had to, like, I was breaking, like, that's why I was keeping tissue right by me when I'm live or, at the show. Cause I just started crying, like, glasses off, covering my face, just bawling. But the thing is, when you have a migraine, you can't cry because that's just going to make it worse. So, like, I was just all I was telling myself was just perform. Just perform. It's not about you right now. Just perform. And I don't know what it was. I think, like, I can't just blame it on the pills because, again, when you cry and you have a migraine, even if you've taken something, it's going to come back. I had zero head pain come back. I'm just going to give that to the gods that they must have did that because there's no reason why my head wouldn't have been hurting again if it wasn't for them. As upset as I was in that moment about everything and realizing that I'm going to be hearing about this every single day, possibly with the exception of Sunday, maybe Saturday if I stop bringing it up on my shows. But I'm going to have to hear about this every single day almost. Sorry about the noise. Pardon any lag. I've already got the fan on. Please don't freeze. But this is going to come up every single day for the rest of the year because my year ends October 11th. So this is just almost a month before New Year's Day for me. So it's going to be a solid 4 months of hearing about this thing that I need to be at and cannot get to. So as much as I started out this year thinking like, wow, year 24 was so terrible. It's like in the top 3 of worst years. I think year 25 is going to be better. And I was really holding on to that despite what happened with not being able to see at the show and my eye getting fucked up. And then now with my knee going out, and in this meetup thing, I let that completely go. It's any thought I had that this year was going to be any good. I'm just not going to think that anymore because there's no room for a thought that's not going to happen. So I've just completely let that go. And Michael said hi, say hi to Glenda. She just got back from Graceland. Oh wow. Do they have roller coasters? But then the rest of the show was great. I had a great time, quite frankly, on Monday. Okay, this makes sense. He said the public film is gonna be over the top, but well, I put a question mark after that, so I don't know. Like I didn't write down a month or anything like that, but he might have been talking about doing another public film. Again, I migraine. I don't really remember. I was lucky I wrote down anything from Mondays. Terrible as I felt. But that's when he was talking about apparently there's a baseball player. I didn't catch his first name, but his last name is Titsworth, and his number is 00. And I guess that's no bullshit. That's not a troll or anything. That's like a real guy really playing that game with that number. They did that to him on purpose. Michael, yeah, still kicking. And Frank played the intro, and Scott Aaron said it's the pants removal music. I like that. Throw it on the ground. Yeah, here's why the Monday show was awesome. Oh, B-Chap, glad you made it. Michael said King on. Not gonna forget you didn't say hi to Glenda or Gloria. They're happy to meet you all. Yeah. Oh, what's up to them? Or are they Franklies as well? Yeah, Frank Zell called in. I wrote down 1939, so 7:39 p.m. Frankincense is usually good about starting the show right on time. So if you have to write down like a time or a time stamp, something like that, you'll be pretty spot on. Over in the Discord, he's asking people to like timestamp things and make clips for stuff for the just of the show. Arden said, kind of cruel that player may become great. Yeah, like, yeah, are they doing that to him? Like, like to be a dick? Is he in on the jokes? They're like, oh, yeah, we'll let you play, but you got a silly name. We're going to give you a hard time. What's up, Crystal Pistol? Glad you made it. Oh, Michael, your aunt's cool. Wow. I I'm just sitting here thinking I don't have aunts and uncles, but yeah, that's cool. I hope they had fun. Wait, isn't that like in Graceland, Tennessee, Kentucky, something like that? But anyway, Frank Zell called in talking about how I didn't know this. Arden said, watch Frank at 6:58 on average. Yeah, sometimes he's like a minute early, sometimes he's a minute late when he starts. But yeah, Frank Zell backstory. I did not know this about the man, but apparently his wife's sister passed away. Kind of, it sounds like maybe like kind of soon after they had gotten married. Uh, but it was fast. It was like Frank Zell. He had money. He had sold his house, but then his wife's sister had gotten sick. I I forget if he said it. Like I'm just assuming cancer because it just happened so fast. Well, like she went from like getting diagnosed to being dead 5 months later. Like it was that. I assume it was cancer again. But he was talking about how he was paying for her medication. So he goes to the pharmacy and he thought they said like $11 a pill, but no, it was $1,100 for 10 pills, like 1,100. 10 pills. I'm like, do they get you high? Like, what pill? Like, how high can a pill get me that, like, it's not worth it? If I'm taking 10 pills that are worth that much, they're probably going to kill me. And it's the last 10 pills I'm ever going to take. So I don't even know what they were, but I guess they didn't work. But then by the time, like, this poor woman passed away, Frank Zell was broke and he had to borrow money just to bury her. So, what hospital? I don't go to any of them anyway, but oh my God, I did not know that. Jesus. But something about Frank Zell went out to he was out in Montana at one point. They had a militia out there. So why did he stop? Oh my God. Yeah, Crystal Pistol, no answer, uncles. Yeah, because it's interesting because while I do have a brother, his dad is not my uncle because he's a Frankly. And I was a Frankly first, so it would be weird if I was a Frankly and then another Frankly came along who was family that was older than me. The only way that would work is if suddenly we found out Grace Still Plays was a Frankly because he's already my dad. It's internet family, not real life family. Oh, King 40. Oh, thank you. That was fast. I whittled down my songs on your playlist down to 5. Oh, thanks. You're the best. This dude called in. I don't know if this was like his name was Josh, but I think he sounded stoned, so I called him Stoner Josh. Maybe that was his real name. Doesn't matter. But like his thing was that 17 years ago, he went to pull up his pants and there was a scorpion inside. That's it. We got no other information. So we're like, did it bite him? Is it still there? You're leaving out the end of the story. Like we've got Act 1 and Act 2. We need Act 3. No confirmation. So there's just some guy named Josh out there with a scorpion living in his pants. No homo. Crystal Pistol. Holy shit! My mom was one of 10 kids. Her mom must have been exhausted. Oh my God. That's a lot of people. It's enough that I have a dad and a brother. I think it'd be too much. Like, well, I had a mom, but she's passed away. It'd be weird to be like it's too much to want to have like grandparents and aunts and uncles on top of that. I've gotten more from the internet that I could have ever expected. I'm like kind of too blessed to ask for more family. I was saying to Crystal Pistol, yeah, doing good for the human race. Crystal Pistol, yeah, greatest grandma ever. Hell yeah, she's a Frankly. Tuesday we had this fella on Aristos, Arist, no, Aristo, no S, my bad. I couldn't whenever Frank will put the name of the guest up on the screen, and that's fine and that's good. But sometimes he will just take the name off of there, and that's also good because all that white on the screen is gonna hurt my eyes. But every single time I can't think of the name of the guest, and I look up on the screen, there's like not single one like English letter up there to be read, and I can't remember anybody's name, so it's I guess that's his name. Like nothing against the guy. He was actually cool. He sounded like he was 20. But he was really 35. Uh, and then it took me a minute. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, because it calculator. I don't do math. If he's 35, that means he was born in. He's like a year younger than my brother. I'm like, oh my God, he's just a kid. But this guy, he's a gamer. And he was in the chat room for a hot minute, because he had mentioned that he has kids, and I'm like, oh my god, how old can his kids be? He sounds, he sounds so young. But then he was saying like he had an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. It's like, ah, yeah, yeah, Crystal, yeah, yeah, R.I.P. to your mom. Yeah, she did her work. She earned her reward. Oh my. Yeah, but that fellow's avatar was too bright. And like I understand not wanting to be seen, I get it. I don't have that luxury. But if you're not going to be seen, just get a better microphone. Like that's what it was putting me off so bad. I could not concentrate on what the guy was saying. He had good things to say, but it was hard to concentrate on because we're used to, like, Frank has spoiled us. We're used to his voice coming through so clearly. Dude, you're not on a telephone. You need to have a better mic. Like I don't mean to dig at the guy. I'm not trying to like give him shit. I understand, like money is an issue, but just please just do that one thing. And like we want to hear him more clearly. It's not. I don't mean it as a slam. Like we want to help you and hear you better. Like, please. I'm wanting to talk with my microphone connected to the camera. It should be right here. So like, yeah, rip into me right back. But and I think it might have been the guest saying this that he was like raised to be colorblind, to not see racism. So was I, and that's bad. You need to know that there are just people out there who just hate other people just simply for the way they look or they dress or where they were born, and you just have to understand that's just the way things are. You're not going to be changing it anytime soon. Michael, the gals want me to go to funny monkey videos. I love you guys a lot. Thanks for showing up. Just erase them out of your watch history. Otherwise, they're going to come up in your recommended forever. Then we had a drunk caller call in, and is his name Jay? He sounded like Flat Albert did every time because we always just kicking in Discord after the show, and Flat Albert would be drunk. It sounded like him. It sounded like, sorry about that. Like it was 2018, and it's 11 p.m. and we're chatting in Discord, and Flat Albert's drunk as hell. I hope the people on Twitch notice that because they do still shout out Flat Albert. But that's exactly it. If you want to know what it was like to be on Discord with the man, just go back and watch the Tuesday the 13th show. That's how it was almost every night on Discord. It was one of the best times to be a frankly. Crystal said my mic comes through loud and clear. Yeah, now if I were to say like move too far to the side, or if I turn my head and talk, it won't pick me up. I'm sort of like learning that with it. And sometimes if I speak too low, it just cannot pick me up. So I have to think to, like speak with my vaudeville voice from the diaphragm. But I don't want to be yelling at people either. I don't have that kind of energy. Chap, one act of random kindness at a time, I suppose. Noah's Ark. Act of random kindness. Yeah, that's true. Like go out there and just like be nice to people. Just try it. Don't expect anything back. Michael said, girl, they like you a lot. For real. God bless Albert. Art said, I remember Flat Albert. Yeah. I wish his wife Lisa would call in a little bit more. Like she called in at Christmas time, like maybe like just like once every 6 months. Like she doesn't have to. If I don't want her to upset herself, but we want updates. Oh, B Chap, I remember the episode of the TV series Fat Albert. I think that's what it comes from because like I didn't name him that. Legacy Rant did, but like Fat Albert, he was a flat earther. Flat Albert just went together perfectly like that. That's how he got that name. And this must have been another call. Somebody, or maybe it was an article Frank read, but somebody had found like a cannon, Cannon, and then gave that to their drug dealer to buy drugs. First of all, what kind of drugs? Second of all, was the drug dealer that Civil War ghost that gave those people directions to the Pink Floyd concert? I want more information about that story. Crystal Pistol, is this real life? Yes, sadly, yes. It's the worst timeline. And oh, this guy has called in before, and I mentioned him before. He's the fellow who named his child after pants. Arden, yeah, do asking me, do I remember that guy that called himself Barry White? Yeah, I remember that guy. From this was a fella who was just in the chat room. Oh my, like 5, 6 years ago. It's been a while. And then Frank did say this, like we've been saying this in the chat room. I know we've been saying it here. I've been digging it, but Frank does like those charcoal gray, black shirts, so he's like planning on wearing more of those. Good, because that dark gray does look good on him, especially when he wears long sleeves and you can't see the tattoos. Great. I want to see the movie Casper again so fucking bad. I think about it so much. I just need to go to actually since Frank's gonna be doing the Prestige let me back up a bit. Monday after quite frankly he has his public film club. It's the Prestige. I've never seen it, but Shane B found a link to it, and that's what I've been sharing. And then Frank mentioned that I've like shared this, so like wow, thank you for mentioning me on the show. But yeah, you can watch it for free. That's what I'll have to be doing tomorrow. And then Frank did tweet about it, and then there's also a link in that tweet to the Quite Frankly forum to, I guess, discuss it. But there's just a few questions he's got up there. They're just like stuff for us to notice, like what's your favorite scene, favorite character, things like that about the like what did you think of the score, he just it's all of that. I've never been to one of his film clubs before. I'm not saying I'm gonna get it on the forum exactly, but I will be at that live show talking about it. Looking forward to that. I looked up the composer since he did mention the score. It's not one of my guys, so that's why I didn't ring a bell right away. um it's a Chris Nolan film, so the Dark Knight, so it has to be directed well. So that's all. Like I don't want to spoil anything for you. That's all I know about it. Two Dongs, what's up? I had fun at that book club for the Mask of the Red Death, so I'm thinking about that going into this. Still, I wear a lot of gray and black too. I same. It's like gray, black, uh, brown, purple, dark, cool colors, not warm colors, really. Dragon Sage, I wear mostly black, hides the dirt. Yep, yep. B Chap watched the Michael Myers movie Awesome Powers yesterday evening. Haven't viewed it for a while. Was on the floor laughing. I was just thinking about Awesome Powers the other day. Like the first two, of course I saw them in the theater. Like classic. Oh my god, they're so good. The third one's okay. Third one it's okay, even though it does have Beyonce in it and she can't act. It is worth checking out. It's not as good as the first two. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna give it shit though. Uh, gotta watch the first two Austin Powers. And the '60s like was like a thing in the late '90s. Love it. Dandy, I wear a lot of grays and blues. Nice. Well, I guess I have, like I'm wearing blue jeans, but I don't wear these outside. I've got like some. I think my blue jeans are like slightly darker than this. I know warm colors look better on me. I'm not, like I'm not gonna wear like white and yellow and orange. It's gonna hurt my eyes. As it is, I'd still take my black shirts for around the house. They have logos on them or whatever. I flip them inside out, so it's just black, so it's not reflecting back in my eyes. Yeah, the first one, International Man of Mystery from '97. Yep, yep. I always remember the preview in theaters for the second Austin Powers because it goes through the whole preview and they're like because it came out in 1999, so they're like if you see one film this summer, see Star Wars, but if you see two films, watch it because that terrible The Phantom Menace came out that year. Now now I was gonna say The Phantom Menace is the worst one, but I've seen The Last Jedi and that's actually worse. Do you know how bad of a movie you have to be worse than The Phantom Menace? And they did it. Wow. That's just hitting me just now. I'm not even like the biggest Star Wars fan, and that's just hitting me just now. Wow. Dill, for my fellow ladies out there, I recently watched two good movies, Brooklyn and Where the Crawdads Sing. Definitely chick flicks though. Oh, any hot guys? Joe Taylor, what's up? Glad you made it. She said, hi, love and blessings. Thank you for keeping me laughing and quite frankly, chat. YouTube no longer allows me to watch from my Android phone, and it's an adjustment using the tablet. Huh. I know this is kind of extreme. Like as far as YouTube, like with YouTube, like try uninstalling the app, reinstalling it. But like if that doesn't work, like if you can't like say like search up where to like fix it, I would go so far as to do the factory reset on my phone. And I know it's a lot of stress. Like for me personally, I would just like lose a whole day getting everything set back up. But just to have access to YouTube, it sort of depends if you think it would be worth it. It's worth a try. I mean, like not Google Google the verb, not Google the website, but like try to find out like what could be causing this. Search that up because that's not cool. YouTube's got enough problems. Dragon Sage, I'm the carpenter and a chemical technician on a crew that builds concrete plants. Oh, damn, that's some crazy hard work. Pardon me. Oh, this is a little bit drippy. Art and so 90s nostalgia should be coming pretty soon. They had a commercial about 5 years ago with Salt and Peppa's Push It, Push It Real Good, that song. And I'm thinking, really, are we at that point now? Are people my age do you really want to hear songs from like what did that come out in 1993, something like that? I'm like, they must just be desperate for money. I wish to the gods it was 90s nostalgia, like say on Mayhem, because I still cannot handle the fact those are 80s songs. I mean, like 90s kids are practically 50. They should bring it back. Not this 80s shit. Crystal Pistol, I used to hate purple, but because I work at FedEx, I wear purple too much. Oh, yeah. I would hate to get burned out on it. I love purple. Dandy, I picked up a pair of swim trunks at the thrift store today. All over kitten face print. Guys, swim trunks with kitten face. I gotta see a picture of that. That sounds ridiculous. Joe Taylor, I use a 2018 phone on purpose and no updates. I mean, maybe that's why. Yeah, I mean, more power to you. Wow. Danny's saying to Dale, I read the Crawdads book last year and had to watch the movie. Fantastic. Not just for chicks. Loved it. Oh, damn. Do I gotta write that down? Hold on. I know crawdads are a type of seafood. Dragon Sage, I use Linux. Nice. Beach Chip. Yeah, they place the song lyrics in Woolworth Supermarket sometimes when I go shopping. They'll saying to Dandy, I guess I said that because I can't picture my husband liking that movie. When did it come out? I'm interested. So Wednesday, Frank had on. These folks were on before, and it was great. It was Raven and Top Lobster. Not an ER, it ends with an A. But Raven was wearing black this time, and Top Lobster was wearing red. But then he also had like movement, like a monitor behind him with like some graphic that kept fucking moving, and like I had to put my head like I could not look at his screen. It's like, can we just look at the other guy anyway for the rest of the time, because I cannot take all that fucking movement. And then for a while Frank only showed Raven, and that was fine by me. He's the one who's got like that Hot Topic skull and crossbones like cutesy style thing in his logo. But then he would go back to Top Lobster and he'd finally shut off that fucking monitor. So it's like, well, thank the gods. How did he fight? Like, did Frank tell him? How did he figure out how to, like, did it just, like, go to screensaver and stop fucking moving? Whatever made that stop, thank you. But I was wondering how he knew to do that. I don't know if Frank doesn't seem like the type to tell his guests that they have fucking backgrounds that need to hold the fuck still, because it's never happened before. I don't think it happened this time, because I think it was reading the chat room. First of all, before I get into that, both of these guys know about Timothy Alberino, but they don't know he's a cat. Now they do. So it's so funny. Like, here's like, I think somebody else later in the week. Yeah, somebody else later in the week is also a Tim Cat fan, but I don't think they know he's a cat. Beach Chap, yeah, up, yeah, push it real good. That was Salt and Pepper, yeah. It's funny because they had a reality show. I didn't see it, but I just saw like a commercial for it. And one of the girls in Salt and Pepper is like, "Well, I'm Christian now. I'm not push it real good." Jump to a couple years later, and then they're selling that song for a commercial. So it's like, I guess you are. I guess you need the money. Like, don't get too. You're not. Don't get too big for your britches. You guys were a thing in the early '90s. People can't remember back that far. So calm down. You can't like keep riding your own fame because it's faded that much. The Prestige movie thingy, that's gonna be on Monday. Let me drop that. I got it right here. I'll drop it in the chat room for you again. That's gonna be Monday after the Monday show. Quite frankly, so he just I think he just starts a second stream, and that's gonna be Clipboard Prestige. Here we go. There you go. Yeah, it's right after the Monday show, so that might end like maybe a couple minutes early. I don't know if he ends it on time, then starts it up. But yeah, so like I'll be watching that tomorrow. And then if you want some more information about it, Frank tweeted about it. He has some information at the Quite Frankly forum to get it on. Oh, Lisa Gray, glad you made it. What to go to? Yeah, that's true. Songs are not owned or managed by the original artist. Yeah, so like whatever company owned that song, whoever owned, the own Salt and Pepper song, they paid to have that used. It's funny. Back when that terrible Joanne album came up by Lady Gaga, there was a commercial for washing machines, and they use she's got a song. It's called like Another Day, Just Another Day. I don't know the songs off of Joanne because they're horrible. But like the album was doing so bad, she had to sell that song in a commercial to like just get play for it to get people to buy it. It's Oh, Joe Taylor, cool. I said I have an Amazon Fire Stick. Nice. I've got like a Fire TV. It's an Insignia Fire TV. I can tell you all the fucking problems I've had with it, but it's kind of basically the same thing. It's just like a TV, not like a thing you stick into it. Want to go to it, yeah, and furthermore, recordings of songs were not owned or managed by the original artist. Yeah, so you have to worry about who owns the songs. But at some point, and I guess I could go back and watch this, but just with the way this week's been going and nothing's getting done that should have been, a top lobster called me out and he said that I'm not real, or he said, what did he say? I swear I wrote that down. Yeah, yeah, 8:29 p.m. He said that I'm not real or that I'm fake or something like that. We've been over that. That's true. I'm an entertainer. I only exist during a live show, so I'm just a person for 12 hours a week. He clocked me. Oh yeah, yeah, beach app. Gotta be careful online. Only 28 data gigabytes left. Oh yeah, take it easy, Arden. Want to go to yeah, well, music publishing industry is the works of the devil, in my opinion. Well, it's the music business. So like we read the music part and don't think about the business part, but it's the business part that not a robot, just an entertainer. But then Frank's like, oh no, Nikki's real. I forget if he mentioned that he's met me before. Like, no, honey, I exist as long as there's internet and Wi-Fi. It as soon as the shows end, I don't exist again until the next 7 p.m. rolls around. So after 9 p.m., I won't exist again until 7 p.m. on Monday. Because I don't know if I can go to the Monday coffee streams anymore. I certainly can't lose out on a whole day of work, especially next week when I'm going to have to be going live the entire week since Frank's only on Monday next week. So I can't. That's just more fun out of my life. I can't go to. So yeah, thank you for that. So I'm like sort of real for about 2 hours a day, but I really don't exist when I'm not live. Joe Taylor, sorry, not sorry, but I can't stand that stand dude that was on Friday. That got kind of annoying, and I like Jason Burmis. But I was even saying in the chat room, it got to be a little like he's got a little bit too much white in his background, and he moves his hand around. Like I move around a lot, but I don't have a white background, and I'm not like cute enough to like sit still and deliver information. So that's why that is. But he cannot have a white background and be talking with his hands the whole time. It was too much movement. I had to put my hat on, and at some point, because I'm always in the Twitch chat room on Friday, like I even said over there, I'm like, you know what? I've had enough of him for today. I like him, but that's enough. It's too much movement. I just can't with him anymore. I just can't. Like maybe it's just me. It could just be me. But I couldn't take it. And Tudong said Nikki is fake and gay. Chap, although Frank sometimes places advertisements idly. Some like he slips into his commercials well, like he does good segues. He doesn't just like drop them on us, where a lot of places do. Um, I kind of don't pay attention to his commercials because I'd rather just be reading the chat room. So it's not like I'm in the market to buy anything. Like I've already like if he's done Rise Attire, like I've gotten merch from them before. So like they do have good stuff. I can tell you that. Dill said Jim Lee's the one who bugs you. Oh really? Like why? What like is he annoying or something to you? Joe said I switched to salty cracker. Okay. Two dongs. I like Jason when he's talking about DARPA stuff. Joe Taylor, he's part of the Trader Flynn Network, Traitor. Oh, B chat plus have to budget data as replacing $39 to $49 each fortnight. So from now on, gonna have to place extra credit every month as I can't afford it anymore. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Two dogs, yeah. Frank's comment about Mike Lindell. Frank's comment about Mike Lindell smothering you with a pillow. It had him dying. I remember. I say I like that kind of commercial, something like that would like be ridiculous. Okay, I'll put a butt. Oh shit. I remember that now. So that's good. See, Frank has good commercials. His commercials are funny. It's trying to think if anybody else does funny commercials where I sit here and sweat. I don't even think Gray does. And that guy's funny. Actually, Gray still plays his video yesterday. It's like he's playing a stewardess on a plane. And it lets you open up the door while the plane's in the air. And he's like, "What? Can I just walk out?" And he walks out of the plane. And you can see it getting smaller. uh, I love Gray so much. Just dies. Shift hasn't even really begun yet. He hasn't even served drinks and he's already killing himself on his shift. Two dogs, that was fucking hilarious. Oh my god, it was. Bchap, a totally different YouTuber, which resides in Europe, said they approached him so YouTube can place sponsor advertisements without telling anyone else. So, quite frankly, is much better. Yeah, because even if say if you like are a dumbass and pay for YouTube Premium, that's not going to stop Frank from advertising Rise of Tire, from stopping him from advertising his coffee because it's like in with the show. So it's unavoidable. Believe it or not, people need money to live, and that's one thing they have to do is advertise stuff. Too Dong saying to Dill, yeah, you should definitely go back and watch it. Totally worth it. Oh my god. I don't have a time. I don't know what time he. If Frank does play his advertisements at a certain time, I'd have to start paying attention to that. Anyway, back to the Wednesday show. Ricky Lynn said, "What if Noah's Ark was filled with animal DNA, not physical animals?" As I never thought of that. Two Dong says he pays for premium. Okay, if I'm paying for premium, I want a box of crackers. There's a fella that like sometimes he's in the chat, like he's not in the chat room all the time. I don't know if he's got something medical going on or if he just can't be there or whatever. But his handle is TO, capital T, capital O, and then his avatar, it's mostly white, and I swear there's like a black kitty cat in there. But there's sometimes they're pretty cool. But Frank had Raven up on the screen for so long. T.O. said he wanted to order Raven's beard from a comic book when he was a kid. It looked somebody else said it looked like he let like Sharpie like drew it on. It was so like neat. And I was just happy that I could see him and there was no movement behind him. So like that was okay for me. Joe Taylor get a Fire Stick and drop cable. Yeah, I mean if you have Wi-Fi or if you have internet access, you don't need cable at all because if you want to watch a show that's on cable, just watch it on that app. So if it's like an ABC show or an NBC or that's how I was watching like some stuff on Adult Swim. Aw, that's terrible. My Tudong says I can't see anyone's avatar since I watch on my phone. That's how Twitch is. That's like one of the few things I don't like about Twitch. It does not show anybody's avatar. I mean, I've got the timestamp up there for myself, and you got your name. You can change the color of your name, your handle, and if you can stylize it, capital, lowercase, and all that, but zero avatars. No purple top hat there. I'll be a chap's using an Android phone. Yeah. Now, one of the guys in the chat room, this is about twice this has happened now, but one of the fellas mentioned that Frank's shirt makes his tits look perky. And it did. It did. I checked. They were right. It's like, why are you noticing that? But Raven said that AI is grooming. Like, that's what it is. It certainly is evil. Two dogs, I can see them, but they're tiny AF. Yeah, don't strain your eyes then. BChip, just an El Cheapo Vivo version Android smartphone, though. Better than nothing for the time being. Yeah, that's true. It does not have to be fancy. It just has to get the job done. Oh, and then Michael said, only Franklies. So now when we say OF, they don't know what we're talking about. All right, now this was something else. We need some more. We need pictures for this story because this lady called in talking about. I want to say she said it was her brother, or maybe it was like a friend that they knew. Like, dude, at some point as a child was just like thrown through a windshield. I guess during a car accident, he didn't just like Superman his way through it. But ever since then, like this dude has just been like messed up. Now he's like homeless and schizophrenic, which just happens with people. But this kid was saying like swears that he used to party with Jimi Hendrix, and everybody was kind of like, yeah, whatever. But then I guess if you go back and look at pictures of Jimi Hendrix partying, there's like some guy in the shot, and it looks just like this dude that the girl's talking about. Okay, I'm with you, but you've got to show me those pictures or you're full of shit. Like I totally believe you. But if I don't see pictures within about a month, I'm gonna call you a bullshitter. Like it's believable because if anybody has like the craziest stories about shit that really happened to them, it's a homeless schizophrenic person. And I don't mean that as a joke. It's just sad that people with schizophrenia just end up homeless because nobody believes them. Oh, two dongs. Not Frank's tits, the avatars. Oh, can't see Frank's boobs either. Just no fun. BHF just reminded me of the episode of the TV show That's So Raven. Also got to see a little bit of the spin-off series That's So Corey. I've heard of That's So Raven. That's it. LG Phoenix 4 Android phone here. Less spying, right? I think it was, yeah, BHF Corey in the White House. Yeah, like I didn't see it, I've just heard of it. Jenna, yeah, I really wanted to hear more from her, but Frank cut her off. That pissed me off. Yeah, same. Like, can we get her back? We need pictures. Like she sounded sincere. I totally believe her. But then we had this guy called in. First of all, that this happened before. The number comes up from Poland. So Frank's like Poland, and me too. I'm like, what? But it's this American dude named Mike. He's just stationed over there, and he's Frank had asked, is there anybody else there that happens to listen to the show? And I guess Guy will just be like, in the office, working the night shift, and he'll just have it on. And it turns out maybe about like three other guys just happen to be Franklies. So it's like, oh my God, we're like military Franklies in Poland. Wow. But then Edward Bernays Sauce said, Poland, the night shift. I read that earlier and cracked up. I need to stop reading my notes beforehand. Poland, the night shift. Smart ass. I love it. But what happened was Raven and Top Lobster. I forget which one said it, but this was a very good question. I guess they had asked their audience in the past. This had come up already for them. But the question was something like, what percent of your thoughts are your own? You can't really ask that question because not everybody thinks the same way. Some people think that their intuition, their human intuition, is God speaking to them. Like they cannot tell the difference. Some people don't understand their own brains well enough to know how to answer that question. Um, I know what they mean. I know what they mean. Like thoughts that, like, say, like, is this like a thought put in your head, but like a movie, TV show, commercial, like something maybe one of your friends said versus like your own type of thought. I think that's sort of how they meant it. Uh, Again, people don't know their own brains well enough to be able to answer that question. So, like, while yes, people will answer, they don't know enough to answer that question correctly because first you have to start out with how a person processes their own thoughts. Like, I'm the type where, like I know what I'm thinking. I just like to know. That's why I like astrology. It helped me figure myself out, like why I do things and think certain ways about stuff. But somewhere along the line, it got to the point that I figure since all of my signs are together, like Libra through Aquarius, I should be able to figure out what sign an idea is coming from. So like I know like this like the dark evil Scorpio moon stuff, or like the hey, let's all just get along and be nice with each other Sagittarius stuff. Or like the no, I'm gonna say something Libra part, or like the get shit done Capricorn part. Like you get it, so I like to figure out like why am I feeling this way about a certain thing? Is it like am I mad? Am I sad? Is it because it's this time of year? What else is going on? So like I like to know what's causing my thoughts. But those are all my thoughts. And then so like I can say like think about something somebody else has said. But I know that's something I didn't think. I know that's something somebody else thought. I can tell the difference between my own thoughts and if it's something that the gods are telling me because I'm just not that clever. So if something is more clever than what I can think of, I know it's not me. Or if I happen to be like if you're praying and you're speaking to your higher power, or if you feel like you one of your deceased relatives is contacting you, I know that's not my thought, but it doesn't scare me. But it doesn't happen all of the time. So like most of my thoughts are mine, but I can entertain other ideas. Yeah, I've got a Scorpio moon. Yeah, so I'm a Capricorn, so I'm an Earth sign, and then I've got Virgo rising. Yes, it's not like all Scorpios. Like there's nice Scorpios, or there's people with Scorpio moons who are nice. So I'm not, like I don't want to blame it all on that sign or just that one part of my astrology. But I know how Scorpio moon can get. So I know where that's coming from. And then say if you've got like the Capricorn part of me having a bad time too, and those two get together, like oh no, like we're just it's gonna be like violence could happen, or like I just know when there's that break, and like all I'm doing is seeing red. Like I know that's all me too. Like I'm not saying like somebody else is putting those thoughts in my head, but it just like specifically what is it with my 11/11? Wow, that was Gadget Doc's birthday. He made a deal about that of 11/11/77. Whoa, that's so cool. Two donks of Scorpio, nice. Oh, when in Scorpio, Dill? Are you 11/9? Okay. Wow, you guys are right by each other. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, like they're very nice Scorpios. You've got people like Jim Lee. He's a nice Scorpio. I don't think he's as violent as I could get. Um, yeah. Jenna, yeah, Pisces 310. That's still water. Yeah, sun sign in Cancer, Ardens of Cancer. Lots of water signs here. What the hell's going on? I like water signs too, but I'm like, I don't, but I like them all. Lisa Gray said, reminds me of whenever my friends and I are gathering and it gets to a lull in the conversation, inevitably one of us breaks the ice with our standby in a paranoid tone. What are you thinking about me? What are you thinking about? Oh my god. I don't have social anxiety, but why does everybody hate me? That's great. Two donks. Your brother is 11'9". Do you have more siblings born around the same time? Like your parents got into a habit? Like, can you guys stay out of the bedroom this month? I'm sick of all these birthdays overlapping. Joe Taylor, my friend bought us the Samsung fold-up phone for over $1,000 payment. Everything is screen recorded. That's terrible. Cause it's just gonna put a crease in the screen. Oh God, and it's so expensive for nothing. That's like paying for parking at Coachella. Dale, my son is 11 too. Had him 1 week before my 35th birthday. Oh damn. Like, I swear to God, if I gotta go through a birthday pregnant, son of a bitch. Oh, Joe Taylor, both your kids are Scorpio and you're a Libra. Wow. Is that planned at all? Like do folks do you ever like really like plan like or like shooting for a certain sign or like it happens, it happens? Two dongs. We realized that 9 months before our birthdays is Valentine's Day. Oh, okay. Like, can you guys just fuck on St. Patrick's Day 1 year? God damn. Jenna, mine was $800. Jesus Christ. Oh, 850. Oh my God, it was more than that. Oh, fucking hell. If my phone is $800, I better reach out and jerk me off. Jesus Christ Almighty. So yeah, so most of my thoughts are mine. I don't know, 75, 80%. It's I'm watching Dark Shadows and have to write down my own thoughts for notes. That's why it's so hard. So it's yeah. So like it's hard to think. So it's most of my thoughts are mine. Thursday, Michael Collins. His he had a tattoo in his palm of like a paw, and then like his online persona thing. It's like the wandering wolf. So the fact that he thinks he's a wolf and his last name is Collins, really thinking the guy's or not a vampire, sorry, a werewolf. And then he low key looks like Ray Stevenson, R.I.P. This guy's been on before. Doesn't Frank have another guest? Last name's Collins. I swear there's two, unless I'm thinking of the same guy twice. But Frank's wearing his black long sleeve shirt. Like, just keep the sleeves down. This is the guy. Michael Collins is the guy who does the promo, and he's at Easter Island. That guy. That's how I remembered him. But he's also his beard's crooked, so can Manscaped sponsor him for a month because like on the one side, on I want to say the left side, it was just it like comes down, but it was like kind of like tipped or maybe like just one side it was just up a little bit too high, and it wasn't a gamer beard, it was like a guy who goes outside beard. But can you trim that because we can see that, and some of us are OCD, so we can't look at that. It was setting me off, so I know it was setting you guys off. Two down yeah phone that jerks you off. Like I've had it like they probably already make this, but it would just be like I guess it'd be like a cock ring, to just something you put over your dick, but then it just like vibrates. I don't know, maybe it can have like Wi-Fi and like play songs. I don't know if they already make that, but like that for a phone, so it would be like a cone, like 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 the thing you put your beer in to keep it cold, but like the thing is a phone, but there's no bottom to it, and you just put it over your dick. And so like there's a screen on the outside so you can watch porn. They don't have that in Dubai or some shit. Joe Taylor, dad, two siblings in December, mom, one sibling in June, myself, another two siblings September, October, April. Oh, okay. Oh, Danny, today would have been my mom's 87th birthday. Happy birthday, mom. Oh, happy birthday to her. Taurus. Cool. Nice. Okay, I didn't know what this was because I don't know plants. Pachysandra, like it's one word. And Sandra Evans was in the chat room at the time, so I'm like, what? I didn't know what it was, and I'm just okay. It could be a tree, it could be anything, it could be a lily pad. I don't know, but it's like these little short green leafy plants. It's sort of like where you would expect to see mulch. Instead, it's like these little short green plants, maybe like not even a foot tall, maybe just a few inches. Like that's what it is. You showed a picture of it. I think a serial killer named that plant. Like he killed some lady named Sandra and just planted something over it. And when somebody asked what kind of flowers or what kind of green coverage it was, he's Pachysandra. What'd you say? Nothing. It's ground cover. Yeah, Delia, thank you. Oh, Jenna said she has it in the front of her house. Yeah, it looks pretty. I don't know the names of plants and flowers and outside stuff. It's green and it grows and I don't smoke it. So what? I know, Danny. Yeah, like some birds I can tell apart. Yeah, about 12 inches tall. Like it's not a tall plant. It's just a short little little guy. It's not gonna. I don't know if it grows taller than that. It doesn't look like it does. Yeah, Friday Jason Burmis was on. I swear he's like getting his hair like shorter and shorter and shorter so he can be like without going bald, just so he can get on, quite frankly, more often. Because the balder you are, the more likely you are to be a guest on the show. Like, watch him have a backward baseball cap next. Plant a Sandra. Yeah, that's what they did. I want to look up the serial killer who named that thing. But he had like a black blazer on. Mostly still background, but again, too much white. BHF just reminded me of the TV series Saved by the Bell. There's an online theory accusing Zach Morris' character of being a serial killer. I've heard about that. I want to get into that a bit more just because I watched that show back in the day. Could be, could be. Crystal Pistol, thinner and thinner, not shorter. Oh, BHF, there's also the Funny or Die channel on YouTube video content. Zach Morris is trash. I was thinking about Funny or Die today. Haven't been to them in years. I guess they're not very funny anymore. Isn't that owned by Will Ferrell? This is me as well, Dandy, most familiar with wild flora and south or northwestern birds. Cribbage tacos? What? Yeah, Frank didn't know this, but Kim Kardashian got famous because her mother filmed her having sex with Ray J and made that sex tape. So if your mother is okay with filming you having sex, what was she okay with people doing to you as a child? Joe Taylor, puff puff pass, damn straight. That's gonna be me after the show. Can't believe Frank didn't know that. Yeah, this is more important. Matt McCat got in touch with, quite frankly, so I guess he hasn't been in touch with Frank, in real life in like 8 months. So they got in touch, they talked. I guess a lot what's going on is personal, so that's stuff that he just cannot tell us. And I'm glad he did not tell us because it's personal stuff. But just know he's okay. And he did leave a voicemail on the speakpipe.com / quite frankly that like he hasn't offed himself yet, but if something like if Trump doesn't get reelected or something like that, but he's okay, he's all right, he's fine, he's just going like he's got a job, he's got personal like people in his life, so it's shitty as this whole week is, and as bad as things are going down, it was great to be getting some good information at that last show there. So we hear from him, and Frank was kind of saying this, and I was sort of saying it in the chat room too. It's like people worry about Matt McCat. You cannot just 100% disappear. You can't make people care about you and then fucking vanish. That's something a Scorpio would do, and he's an Aquarius. I will not put up with that from him. So, like I don't care how you feel. Like you can just like text Frank once a month. Hey, I'm not dead. Like, oh, hey, I stubbed my toe. Hey, it's been a great month. Like that's it. Like we don't need like a list of what places you've been. Like we just need to know you're okay. Just we're not stalking you. We're concerned. We're like, God forbid you care about anybody or any fucking thing. But he's good. Yeah, he's good. Two Dongs asking, hey, before I go, anyone here planning on going to the meetup? Absolutely going to be there. Absolutely go there. You do not want to miss that. Cats do hide when they need to heal. Dandy, yep, true. I think Matt does this like he's been at that newer job for like a little while, and I know like starting a bigger job is a lot, but after you've been there for a while, it kind of comes down on you again. So like that, and just personalized stuff, and just all that. I need to be at that meetup. Um, Don't know how I can get there. Apparently, trees are full of water. Some dude uploaded a video. Like, this guy was way too hyper. Like, he was way too upset about this. Like, calm the fuck down. He's like, look at this fucking waterfall. Look at all this water. Where does it come from? You cannot tell me all this just falls out of the sky. And it's like, dude, calm down. Like, seriously, calm down. Like, take about 100 milligrams away from whatever you're taking. You're gonna have a heart attack as soon as you're done uploading this video. But like, he was seriously about it. Long story short, trees are full of water. Somebody was thinking that like the Rocky Mountains are just honestly the remain, like mountains in general are just the remains of giant redwood trees. That's where all the water comes from. Sort of makes sense. I never thought about it before. So wait, so waterfalls are just tree urine? Two Dong said, I think it's his girlfriend. It could be. He just has had a girlfriend for a hot minute. I assume he's had the same girlfriend for a minute. Jenna, thank you. It says cha-ching again. I don't know why it didn't chime off. Because I've got everything turned up. I'm a bad person. I left my phone in the car for maybe 20 or 30 minutes on Wednesday. Like, I wouldn't do that to a cat. It's like those people that leave their child in the car and then it cooks all day. Then you go out for lunch and then there's your dead baby in the friggin' back seat. Thank you, Jenna. You took your fucking time, fucking phone. Thank you. Yeah, cha-ching again. Whoever thought to put that sound on there is hilarious. Primary water, yeah. Arden said would love to do the meetup, but can't for reasons. Lisa Gray says, I wish two dongs. That would be so neat. Too far away for me. Plus, that's when I moose hunt. Yeah, 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 moose. Yeah. Yeah, Jenna. Yeah, thanks. Says you're welcome. Yeah, thanks again. Joe Taylor said, I've been single since 2015. Jenna said, single since 2012. I don't know how long I've been single for. I'd have to ask him when we broke up. I really don't remember. And if he asks, he's the type if I were to ask a question like that, he might think I'm trying to get back with him, and I'm not. Not since we've known each other. I'll put it like that. So that's at least 10 years. I really don't remember. Must have had such a good time not being with him that I can't recall the when that stopped. Jenna, two marriages? Oh wow. Now Jenna, you were saying you had gone through like a real bad like breakdown at one point years ago. Was that like after one of the marriages? Dill said, I wish I was single. I'm working on it. LOL. Oh my god. I've been poisoning your food for 3 months. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to be at the coffee meeting on Monday just because I can't take another day where it's just a migraine when I'm going to have to be live all next week. Daddy said single here since 2002. I think you've gotten us beat. Yeah, check out the description. I do have the poll up. Should we continue to do one movie a month while I'm reviewing Dark Shadows? It's up to you guys. I'm going to leave that poll up for a month. Not a month, I'm sorry, a week. Why did I say that? But yeah, next week, it's Frank's going to have his regular Monday show on the 19th. And then after that, we're reviewing The Prestige. And then he's officially off. But he said he might do little things, like he might go live from the road and just little, like unofficial, like streams like that. But that takes us all the way to the next Saturday show, the 24th. And then the following week, the 26th, I'm assuming that's Memorial Day. He'll also be off, so I'll be on. And then let me drop that in again just to see, because it's up to you guys either way. I'm the type to like add a lot of things for myself to do and not realize I'm getting in too far. And I sort of realize I'm doing that with the channel, so that's why I put this poll up. I'll put it in the chat room again just to see what everybody thinks. It's not like we can't say stop watching movies for a while and go back to it. It's not like we can't keep them both going. It's really up to you guys. It's like those movies are always going to exist. They can be reviewed at any time, but I'm going to get on the ball with the Dark Shadows thing since I said I would. And since we're going to have an almost full week together next week, it's the time for it. I'll just start slipping it in somehow, some way. I've got 2 days to figure it out. And I do want to say this since before anybody else does, at least about the meetup. If I can't get to this one, that's it. There is no next time. There's not going to be, oh, well, next year, no. Oh, well, in another 5 years, no. If I don't make it to this one, that's just it. I won't be able to make it to any of them. So it's this meetup or bust. Don't know how it's going to happen, but that's the lay of the land. Oh, what I say? Two dogs. Two dogs said no. Zero marriages here. I learned from watching my parents. A genocide breakdown during my first marriage and then got divorced shortly afterwards. Oof. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. I was thinking about that earlier. It's like, should I bring it up again? That's kind of odd, but you low key did. So, yeah, I was wondering about that. Oh, that sucks. So I got rid of his ass. Dill said, I'm married to a narcissist. Need I say more? Oh. Run away! Danny, yeah, oh, that's right. Nearly a week on the balcony. Yeah, all kinds of smoking, all kinds of oh well that's why I bought the energy drinks to get myself through that. Just because I don't know, I don't want to take 600 milligrams of caffeine. Like just on the off chance, like I realized, like taking an extra 100 milligrams of caffeine probably didn't help with having those migraines, but then that extra tapping noise didn't help. And then it happened again on Thursday. It was starting to like come back in, and I'm like, I can't even put a sandwich together without my head hurting. WTF? But that I didn't want to take any pills, so I just kind of chilled out, and I ended up not having to. So that ended up being it could have been a worse day. Oh, Jenna said I would have died if my mom didn't help me. Oh man, thank God for her then. Glad she was there for you. Crystal Pistol, yeah, 100% of divorce is caused by marriage. LOL. I just tell him you're gay. I sorry, I don't like penis anymore. I decided I like what the body parts that I was born with, and yeah, I just need to find the receipt for this to what's the return policy on dick? I was gonna say this last time, but I left it out. But remember back before, I think this was November, October, or something like that. And I told you I was going over the bridge, and I saw somebody like crossing the road, and like this sort of looked familiar to me. Like if they would have like kept walking, I would have had to, use my brake, but they just happened to stop. And it was like some kind of like red plaid shirt, and like I drove past, I kept looking back, like I could have sworn I knew who that was. Like I know who that was. Anyway, jump ahead to a couple weeks ago. I look over in that direction, and there's like a big house on the corner, and the entire front yard. They've mowed it now, but the entire front yard is nothing but teeny tiny purple flowers. There's not another yard like that I drive by anywhere in town. I'm not saying I drive all over town on a regular basis. I just thought that was an interesting coincidence. It also says Lisa Gray. I'm trying. It's tough when you're older. Yeah, it is. Two dogs. So long, suckers. Lisa Gray. Geez, I hadn't had a nosebleed in decades. This morning I had a horrible one. Took 2 hours to stop. So weird. Oh damn. Ugh. Like, can we all stop getting like these weird random health ailments that we don't usually have, like stomach aches and migraines? Jenna, could be the sun flares. I never looked into that. Maybe. Joe Taylor said, got married at 16. I'm almost 57 years old. Total two marriages. Was married most of my adult life. I've got no interest in dating. Yeah. Oh no, I know how this is gonna end. No, thank you. Would you like a drink? Fuck off. Dandy Violets, maybe it could be. Like I don't know where I could exactly park to walk up to that house. Plus, there were like toys in the front yard. I'm really not trying to like creep on a house that has children. That's just gonna make me look weird. And I'm not like a walker, so like it doesn't look like I'm like walking for enjoyment or exercise past this house. I'll like walk up to it and then just be exhausted walking back to my car. That doesn't look suspicious or anything. It's I've seen little teeny tiny purple flowers over at John Rogers' house, but I didn't like get down to like look at them. Maybe they're the same thing. Like, again, I don't know, like wild, like flowers. Like I don't like they're not like the light purple wildflowers. These are a darker purple. I want to go to, yes, Sun was violent on the 14th. 14th. When was the 14th? That was Wednesday. Wednesday wasn't so bad. Wait. Eh. Oh, they certainly did season my steak at Longhorn. They seasoned it as if I was a smoker who couldn't taste anything. So yeah, I could fucking taste it. Thank you. They can still fuck off when I'm done with the gift cards. Dandy, oh geez, we could talk about the nosebleed thing. Pressure on the side of the nose for 15 minutes if it happens again. Just use the other nostril for coke for a little while. I'm the same way. I don't I party with the left side because that's where the ancient Egyptians went in to get out the brain, and then the right side is for breathing. Ooh, that sucks. Joe Taylor says Florida is in a heat wave. Weather warfare. Oh. Crystal Pistol, I've been mad lately. Same. Lisa Gray, the last couple of years, the chemtrails have increased exponentially here. Infuriating. It's terrible that just this crisscross hashtag mess in the sky. It looks like the way they run like electrical cables in India, where it just looks like a rat's nest in your hair. But no, those are all electrical cables in the sky. Yeah, Jenna, chemtrails are making people angry. Yeah, they piss people off just to look at, and that's before the chemicals get to them. Crystal Pistol, I'm reversed with the nose. That's okay, yeah. At one point, I just had to make a decision. And then I would get one white nose hair, and it would only be on the side that I partied on. just the one. Dale's asking if Lisa Gray's up in Alaska. Yeah. Jenny, yeah, have a great Sunday, peeps. Yeah, have a great rest of your, I believe it's Saturday. It sure is. Yeah, I'm glad you guys had a couple extra hours on a Saturday. I've been looking forward to this even more than last week, which is odd. Like I always look forward to these. I don't know. Maybe it's because I knew I had my energy drink cans to drink, which you should not drink. Don't drink anything with sucralose in it. But I just had to perform, so that's why I have those. So don't take all the chemicals that I take. Be healthier about it. Have a good meal. Get some good sleep. Get up on time if you can. Sit in a chair. Go through a whole week without getting a headache or a stomach ache. And watch the Prestige. You're gonna want to watch that for Monday. And then get a little bit of Dark Shadows watched. I've got that linked in the description. And then a week from today, we'll be reviewing Jabberwocky. That's also in the description from 1977. I've never seen that. That'll be a new one on me. Danny said, thanks, Nikki. You're welcome. Lisa Gray said, don't go. Now I have to go monkey with the fucking sump pump. Oh, yep, still waterlogged here. That fucking water, just like take the house and just tip it, like a box of wine, or just tip it, or just have to put it up on stilts like you're in Florida or something. That sucks. Joe Taylor says, love and blessings again. Thanks for the laugh in the QF chat. I'm still banned on all channels. That is so weird. I wonder, like, I would really like Google a way to, like, there's got to be a way around that. Oh, cool, Dill. I have to finish my vegetable garden tomorrow. Sweet. Dill, yeah, Dandy says, have a great night, everyone. Be honest and true, boys. Yeah, I like that clip Frank plays at the end. He said what movie it's from before, and I've forgotten. The clip that he played at the last show, and it's this guy, just a little reminder and have a great day. Don't look at his tongue when he's speaking. It's very creepy. Like just listen to it. Do not look at it. It's good advice. It's just good positive advice. Just don't look at his tongue when he's speaking. It's creepy. It's real. It's not fake. It's just creepy. Just somebody said, I guess in South America, South Americans curl their tongue up when they speak, so that's why he talks that way. It's weird to look at it. It's so weird, but it's good advice. Like his heart's in the right place. It's just weird to look at. So smash the like button on your way out. Don't forget your pants. You're gonna need those on Monday twice because we'll have the regular show plus however long it takes to talk about that movie. I assume it's going to be an hour. It might run over. I really don't know. I assume more people are going to be there than usual, so it might take longer to talk about, which it'll be fine. Oh, Lisa Gray, thank you. Boardwalk Empire. It's an old poem from long ago. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Crystal Pistol, it's so gross. Went to go to dude is creepy. Just listen. Totally look away. Just don't look at it. Just don't look. It is so weird. Like that dude is so nice and he's saying such positive things. And then you look at the screen and it's nightmare fuel. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Just for the two. Like, I'm gonna scare the crap out of you and give you some warm, positive advice. I like it. I get the joke now. Okay. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Thanks for being Franklies. Thanks for being followers of this channel and for having phones and tablets and internet. And we will just be getting into some more time together next week. It's hard to say. Like I hate to tell you exactly what's going to happen in the future. Let it be a surprise. I've already hinted at it enough, but it's going to be hard to talk about, quite frankly, all week when there is no episodes to talk about. So we'll have to talk about something else, and that something else is going to be mostly Dark Shadows. There's something for everybody in it. It's not just for chicks. It's not just for dudes. It's for everybody. Oh, Dill says, thanks, Nikki. Ciao, everyone. Lisa Gray says, good evening, all. Yeah, take it easy. Get some good sleep. Have some chocolate. Can't end my show because I can't get to the button. So, stay sexy, stay based. Joe Taylor, what days am I on next week? I'm on Tuesday through Saturday. So Tuesday the 20th, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then my usual Saturday show. And then the following week, Monday the 26th, Memorial Day, Frank's off, so I'll be on. So it's just most of next. We get 2 days away from each other, and then we get the whole rest of next week. So the starting the 20th, Gemini. This is the last show in Taurus. It's all going into Gemini. And also a tweet out on Fridays, like the following week ahead, so that information's out there. But thanks for asking, Joe Taylor. Glad to see everybody. Love you guys again. And until next time.